King of the Street, presented by Tunnel Vision, was back at Heathcote Park Raceway recently. This was the 7th time running for this popular heads-up streetcar event, where 4 classes each had $2,000 cash for the win. The winners of each class would then go on to race for the King of the Street Grand Champion. While there are plenty of different cars and engine combinations on show, in order to run well at these sorts of events, you're going to need one thing, and that's horsepower. Whether it's turbocharged, supercharged, or nitrous assisted, these are some seriously quick street cars, and getting them down the track consistently is the real challenge. All classes except Radial Open are run as an 8th mile knockout round. The Dial Your Own class would be taken out by the ever so consistent Luke Cartledge in his very well presented Holden Tirana. There wasn't a pushrod in sight for the 255 class final with Barra versus Rotary, as Ross's 13B Turbo RX3 lined up against George's Barra-powered XF Sleeper Falcon. 275 Radial was always going to be a competitive one, with many quick cars competing, but it was Alex's twin-turbo XY Falcon going the rounds against another worthy opponent in Matt's Tirana. The Open Class final would be an LS fest, with Sam piloting the wartime Tirana to the win against Loz's beautifully presented VL in his first ever drag event. However, there can only be one grand champion, and this time out it was Alex's XY that had a little too much steam for Ross's Mazda in a well-fought final round. Well done to all the winners, and great to see so many competitors and spectators support these streetcar events. We are already looking forward to the next one. We can't cover every car that enters King of the Street, but here's a few that caught our eye. The event also ran a test day prior, so we've combined that coverage together with the race day action. Cab 850, 162, the Evo went 8, 11, 19 and 142. So this BT1 has run into the 7s with a Nissan RB30 in it, but how do you make it quicker? You put in a turbo LS, and have a look how mint that is. That's one of the cleanest engine bays getting around for a BT1. Okay, you know, a few minutes ago I just said that BT1 had run a 7 with an RB. Well, that was complete rubbish. Got my cars mixed up. Hey, how many yellow BT1s are there? Anyway, apparently it went 9-0 years ago, so...
Only 9-0?
only 9.0. But that is a work of art, and credit to the young bloke, the new owner. It's his first time driving a car like that and an event like this. That's a pretty steep learning curve. But over there's a pretty sweet looking VF, so we're going to go check that out. But I don't think it's run a 9. I think this has gone 10.0. Here's Roscoe at 13B. Something a bit different here. We've got a Jeep Trackhawk, supercharged V8 all-wheel drive. It's a fair street weapon, this thing. Let's see how it runs. $10,161.36 for the Jeep. So here we've got Josh's Barra-powered XW. This car's gone like an 825. Runs a water-to-wear intercooler, big precision turbo, Fuel-Tech EFI. .833, 148, 136 in the 8th. .944 at 160 for the FG. Surprisingly, one of the more consistent cars this weekend has been this black Evo. This thing's been running 9s at 153 mile an hour. Now I have heard it's made 1,000 horsepower at the wheels. Whether it's running that sort of power at the moment, I'm not sure, but pretty stout. HQ, 8-second nitrous HQ, 8-second LJ Tirana. Two very cool holdings. .882, 154 for Alex's nitrous powered coupe. Well, you know, another Barra powered car. This George is called Tina. This thing runs, I think, around the mid 8-second range. .872, 159. Zorn from Comp Engines behind me. They're just testing their new setup. This has just run 861. It's running a 6-litre competition engines Ford V8. It's got small aeroflow turbos, Fuel-Tech EFI. Next gen's just done a bit of work in the rear end. Car's only on low boost. It's leaving the line really well. This car's going to run mega quick once they let it eat. I thought that guy that just walked past was Corey Likes to Party. You remember the what was that guy at the party? 17-year-old?
Corey Worthington.
Corey Worthington. I think I just spotted Corey Worthington over there. Luke's Tirana over here. This thing's running like 5/6 in the 8th, 8-second car, supercharged. None of this sitting on the line for 25 seconds. It's just green light, bang, gone. 882 140 for the hasty LX hatchback.
Cut springs.
Single play clutch.
We went 1050 manual. See us later.
Single play clutch and cut springs. There you goes.
And now on with the interview. This is Brandon's LC twin turbo. This thing has run 780 in Sydney. Runs a fuel tech, EFI system, small block Chev. We've featured his latest Mustang on full boost before, Barra powered, 8-second street car, super punchy. It runs like a G42 style turbo. It's got the full Heathcote package. This is a tunnel vision setup, mega quick street car, ultra consistent. .887 154 for the LS powered Sigma to an 1156 116. George's XF is a fair sleeper. This thing's another Barra powered Ford, and it runs pretty easy 9-second passes. It's on 255 radials, still got the factory style wheels. 917 153 for the Barra powered XF Falcon. One of the more unique cars here at COTS is Ross's RX3. It's a 13B turbo. This runs a Samsonite sequential 6-speed gearbox. It's got a ProMaz/Billet Pro engine, big Garrett turbo. Runs pretty consistent 860s from memory. Just ran 860 on the 8th wheel spinning. .950 143. This is Michael Sinney's EB. We featured this, remember, in a dyno day. It was a long time ago. It was making like 680 kilowatts. We just came off the dyno. I think this week it's made around 800 kilowatts. And this is another Barra killer. She's the old single cam engine. This is still running a stock crank. But this car was already an 8-second car. Talk about a blast from the past. This is Terry's VL GMH. This car ran a 9.1 at 150 miles an hour back in 2006. Don't see many black Calais. People who've followed Full Boost for, I don't know, 25 years would know this car. Used to run here a lot and at the Adelaide 4.6 and Rotary Nationals. This car runs the classic single cam RB30 and Motec, which wasn't as common as it is now back in the day. But yeah, it's nice to see these old cars driven and not hidden.
Brisbane. Lukey, here's a big wait for you. Luke Cartledge hasn't chopped down trees for years not to be this good, and just goes 098, goes a 654 and a 642. 368 or 172. Screams through the 660. Wow, 707 on a 690 beats a 676 on a 670.
Danko's Addictive Performance Capri. This is a small block Ford twin turbo. Before the recent turbo upgrades, this thing had run 740 on the quarter mile. So this is a super consistent car, one of the fastest cars you'll see here this weekend.
LS versus Barron.
Certainly one of the cooler cars here at Cots is Ryan's F100 Custom. Ryan from Riot Lab has built this car. Runs a Barra engine, made 1,000 kilowatts at tunnel vision, and first full pass it just went 9.0 at 150. Not exactly the sort of car you'd think you'd build for quarter mile track racing. But underneath of it is a work of art, even in the engine bay, really cool. How's your Cotty's cordial going there, Lou? This tastes fantastic. It actually tastes like cordial in a can.